Peace, light, and love. Thank you for joining me again this week. What a time it is to be alive. I'm telling you guys, I am so rejuvenated, so refreshed. I went to this beautiful stress release workshop with the Planet Remix family, and that shit was just confirmation that all of the moves that I was making and all of the things that I was contemplating was right on target. And I just love how this whole cipher just really connects with a lot of the work, a lot of the things that I've been doing. So I definitely want to give a big fat shout out and a lot of love to the whole Remix family, Miss Blue and Brother Bilal, for definitely blessing us with yet again another opportunity for us to grow and expand out here in these cosmic streets for real, because it is going down. I mean, so much drama. We know about all of the wars and the shits that's going on. And then they overturned folks' abortion rights and folks is out in the streets protesting. But did you peep the Freudian slip, right? Girlfriend was up there with Donald Trump. They all cheering. They glad that the abortion rights was snatched up off of folks. And she said, this is the best thing to happen to the right race. God damn it up. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. There it is. Light your candle for justice and quit playing in these streets with these folks, huh? What's what I've been saying? And so then there's just been a lot of stuff about like this whole targeting of the feminine energy. And when I heard that, I mean, I thought about that and I'm like, yeah, because we had that Me Too movement, the retaliation and everything. But I think, in my humble opinion, that we got a lot of clashing with the old versus the new, right? And we got to really begin making some adjustments, because sometimes when folks is trying to do something where they trying to fuck you over, it ends up blessing you at the end of the day. So let's not forget that. So when we talk about, like, when we had what is that, the baby formula shortage, right? And that was supposed to be an attack on our feminine energy that's out here. And then this Roe versus Wade shit, an attack on our feminine energy. We can take this and we can build with that shit. Because like I was saying before, and I know that's not popular, because when I was having my kids, I was young and I was stupid and I didn't want to breastfeed my daughter when I first had her, because my sister, who was only 5 years older than the 17-year-old me, told me, you go have titties like them chicks on National Geographic. You don't want that in your life. Don't breastfeed these babies. And so with that, I put the titty away and decided to go and cop me some baby formula. So I get it and I support you and I hear you, but I'm here to tell you, this particular version of me that's aware and knowledgeable will tell you it is a better move to breastfeed your baby, sis. It is the best thing that you can do. They say even a sick mama's breast milk is better than the formula. So do us a favor, right? Let's not even create this great big need. And I know we got to work, we got shit to do. It's like that. I'm not here to talk no shit on how nobody is operating, but I do see this as an opportunity, because if this is the way that things are going to operate, right, then we have an opportunity for us to kind of recalibrate with this whole energy, right? And use it, because see, now this bullshitting virus that's out here in these streets that's getting everybody all fucked up and twisted, right? Breast milk can help prevent that shit, because breast milk holds so many immunity building properties within it. Children that are fed with breast milk are seldomly sick. So that's definitely something for us to thinking about. And then this whole abortion game, listen, let's not burn no energy on these bullshit distractions that's out here in these streets. So I've been focusing all of my energy on really trying to make some improvements and some adjustments within our lives. This is a time for us to really be introspective, because like I said, I am a supportive woman. I am in support. I am the sisters, but I love the brothers too. Let's make no mistake about it. No, let me rephrase that. I'm a sister, and I love the brothers too. Okay, let's not get that shit twisted. Okay, not at all. However, we're looking at this whole thing about them illegalizing the abortions and all of us having the rights. It's my body, it's my choice. You goddamn right, sis, it is. It's your body and it's your choice. I agree with you 1000%. Let's not get that shit twisted. However, let's take a peep at the favor they may be doing for us, right? Because see, one of the things that I'm noticing when you're looking at Maury Povich, all of this other bullshit out here, is that some bad calls have been made. And there's no judgment here, because I do recall a time in my life back in 1999 where I was with a fool, a clown, and a loser. And I thought at that particular moment, well, let's put it down. Let's not dog this brother, because he was a fool, a clown, and a loser for me. He probably a winner for somebody today. However, at that particular point, he was a fool, a clown, and a loser for me. And I allowed this motherfucker to enter me raw dog. And there was a possibility that I could have been pregnant. Had I been pregnant by that clown, because I found out at the end of the day that this guy was not the right guy for me, that this shit did not work out, I probably would have been jogging right on down there to the abortion clinic to get rid of this fool's baby, so I wouldn't have that clown in my life or that aggravation in my life. So there's no shade to nobody that's out here in these streets that's getting these abortions, that have gotten an abortion. There's no hate, no shame. I get it, I understand it, and I know how life goes. Make no mistake about that shit, right? But this right here, this is an opportunity for us to really see, when we get our back put up against the wall, now we can start making some decisions that's going to really be more, I'm trying to find the best word, that's going to be more helpful for what our bigger picture is, right? And so when we get with a guy because he make us laugh, he's a good time, he's fun to be with, and we allow this fool to enter us without any protection, we got to have some more discernment with that. And because we're women, we are the men with the womb. We got this thing in us that's a little sharp. Brothers, you got it too. Let's make no mistake, because I got a very intuitive husband on the deck right here, right? But we got this mechanism within us called intuition, where sometimes we put it to sleep for those things that we desire. This has given us an opportunity to awaken that divine feminine wisdom within ourselves, for us to start really using our intuition and being a lot more discriminative of who we allow to enter our body. If I would have known the sacredness of sex, the energetic exchange, the possibilities with sexual energy and how sacred and important that is. And I ain't here to try to bring no lecture to nobody's ears, but this has given us an opportunity to kind of modify the way we move it. And as for the folks that's been attacked and traumatized and raped and whatever other bullshit would have you that will put you in this position for you to need this service, we're going to keep you lifted. And we go pray that these archangels just circle around us in all of our spiritual supports, keep a hedge of protection around us, so that we don't have to have these experiences of bringing a child into this world that constantly reminds us that somebody, something unfortunate and fucked up has happened to us in our lives. It's our body and it's definitely our choice. But now we're gonna have to move a little bit differently. I'm hoping they don't ban that morning after pill, because that would be a tragedy within itself right there, because this would eliminate a lot of the other bullshit that we got going on. But we're gonna see how this ends up playing out at the end of the day. Because if you guys ever listen to this one remix show where Miss Blue and Brother Bilal, I believe they talked about those seals. And one of those seals was Dr. Frances Cress Wellesley. And her work was all about this whole charge to the hatred, the racism, this whole energy of not really, of disenfranchising the Black community. The root of it was about the annihilation of the white race. Because when they connect with us, your white baby or Black man, white woman, Black baby, Black woman, white man, Black baby. Oh, they don't like that very much. But this is the rule and the law that they put through. Because if you got 1/10 of Black blood, you consider Black. You played yourself. Whatever. I'm leaving that shit right there. Because I want to talk about this moon that's coming up. That's what's important to me. That's what I gives a fuck about. This particular moon right here. We got this moon that's coming up in Cancer. And I am a moon type of chick. I dig working with that moon energy. It's receptive, it's feminine. It's all about us dealing with our intuitions, our instincts, and our unconscious self. And so a lot of work over this year, over these past few years, but more specifically, within this past year, I have really been dealing in a big and powerful way with this moon energy. And so I've been dealing with like my rituals. And so this Cancer full moon, let me get back because I'm jumping ahead of myself, is all about that nurturing quality, right? So we bringing this energy to the mix. So I'm talking about like that self-love, self-care ritual. Y'all know that's my jam, right? And so I've been working with some rituals that work with nature and supporting the energy of my desired results, right? So when the new moon comes, like this new moon that's coming up, I thought it was Tuesday, mess around, it's Wednesday, which works even better. Because this new moon is all about like new intentions, right? And so with the new moon, I like to do stuff like making creams, enhancement stuff like facials, you know what I'm saying? Finding new ways, new tools. So I'm really taking that time on the new moon to really spin some wheels on how I can create some oils or other supports, some foot baths, soaking baths, all of that type of shit that's just gonna enhance the glamour that is me. That's the business that I'm about. Okay. And then the first quarter moon is like the first quarter and the last quarter moon as well. Those are my energy maintenance type of deals, right? Those are the energy maintenance. I mean, my beauty maintenance type of deals, right? So these are the times that I like to do my nails. I like to do some outfit planning, you know what I'm saying? Mani-pedis, that type of whole vibe and everything. I like those types of moon because see, this is how, you're getting that weekly maintenance in and everything, and you're allowing the energy to support your intentions. I love this shit. It works, man. It works for me. I look in the mirror and I see a sparkling version of myself. Now, it don't even matter if somebody else see, as long as you do. You heard? The full moon is my absolute jam. I rocks with that full moon because this is a time for me to get rid of a lot of shit that's not working for me, old thinking, old emotions, old shit. And so that is the time that I use to wash my hair. You heard it right here. I wash my hair once a month and I just tighten it up in between. So every week I'm using some type of a dry shampoo, or I have a special spray that I put together. I'm going to definitely have to share that with you, that I tighten up my locks with. I don't buy none of these lock creams, gels, and all of that stuff. I'm sure they're very nice and everything. I just have no need for that shit. But what I do is I put me a nice solution together in a spray bottle that I get right on down there at the dollar store, and I spray it, spin it, throw it up in a ponytail, let it hold in place. That's what I do every full moon. I get that bullshitting ass energy up off of my antennas. I'll get rid of all of that old thinking, the player haters that I was swole with, the people who disappointed me and didn't do it my way, some family members that pissed me off, whatever in the hell, the grocery store clerk that acted like they didn't appreciate taking the time out to let me know what the sale was for the day, whatever in the hell. Like, I ain't got too much happening in my life, clearly, you see. You know what I'm saying? When I'm mad at this dude for leaving the toilet seat up, you know what I'm saying? When I'm mad at that one, you know, all of that energy, all of that negativity, all of that sluggish type of energy, you know what I'm saying? That I'll do it later, fuck doing it today type of energy. I don't feel like it. There's a lion in the street. I can't go out there in them streets with that lion out there, you know? That energy is what you want to wash away. And you do that on that full moon, and it helps to reset you so that you can keep it moving. Now, if you're one of them sisters with the short haircuts and everything, I'm sure you can definitely do this on a regular basis. But for me, washing my hair is quite the production. And so a monthly maintenance schedule for me is definitely sufficient, you know? So definitely working with this moon is just done something special for your sister right here. Let me ring the bell. Let me ring the bell for the moon and getting that moon energy, y'all, in here. Let's talk about what's going on in these cosmic streets real quick. See, we got right now, we got our sun, which is that inspiring creativity energy, how we showing up in the world, all of that. That energy is paired with sensitive, caring, protective, and nurturing Cancer. What a time it is for us to make those connections with those people that we love, connect with family, with friends, really let people know how much you care about them, show up, show them how much you care about them. This is that time to really embody that energy, to really show up for that. We got our moon in Gemini, which is that whole connectedness energy, right? So we got that moon, that embracing energy, right? That receptive, that feminine energy, right? That's all about a lot of things that we don't see within ourselves. We pair that up with the connectedness of Gemini, that social, that friendly, that witty, that versatile energy and everything. And you got an opportunity to really get some self-exploration together, word? So really, really rock with this moon energy that we're dealing with right here. I didn't even check to see if it's still gonna be in Gemini when the full moon, no, it's gonna be in Cancer. My bad. Never mind. What the hell was I thinking? Y'all know, you know. And guess what? This is one of the few times that I decided that, you know, I'm gonna pass. I'm doing my thing early. Usually, if I'm doing this in the evening time, I'll have a little glass of wine. Maybe I'll take a toke or two and everything to help me to relax just a little bit so that I can get this conversation in. I really see, because I am completely stone judge, church man sober right about now. I really didn't need that shit. I'm a fool all by myself. I don't need no help. Anyway, we got Mercury. Mercury is in Gemini, that connected, busy, social friendly is right at home in Gemini, right? Because this is that communication energy for us to definitely be in alignment with. Venus is in Gemini, that love, harmony thing, hooking up with that communication energy. We got Mars in Aries, and you know Aries, right? Ain't messing around, ain't finna play with you out here in these streets, right? This is that leader boss energy. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, right? Aries energy is all impulsive. It can be impatient, but it's also about taking that action. And when you connect it with that Mars energy where it's at home with, we talking about the ability for us to make some serious changes. This is a time for us to start making those changes, like with our diets, our lifestyles, or any of those other things that we wanted to make some changes with, right? Now is the time. Absolutely. Now is the time. And we also have Jupiter in Aries as well, right? And we know that Jupiter is that energy of luck, of growth, expansion. This where your money at, huh? It's in Aries. Aries is that leadership. It's time for you to take authority. Word? Then we got Saturn. Saturn, hold up, let me go back. Saturn's in Aquarius, right? Yes. Saturn is in Aquarius, right? See, and Aquarius energy, right, is all about being creative, being imaginative, being carefree, but it's also that humanitarian energy, right? So we see all of this shit that's going on in the world about how we doing folks out here in these streets, how we handling people. We really need to be careful with how we handling people, because I do believe that this Saturn's in retrograde, right? So that means that this is an energy that's under review. And this is definitely a time for us to check our hats at the door, right? And really start showing up for people in the way that you would want them to show up for you. So definitely doing that. And then Neptune is in Pisces. What a dreamy thing. This is a time for us to really step into our creative star player up in here. Now we talking about Neptune, that inspirational, that ideal, that mystical indications, that dreaming energy, right? Neptune is over your dreams, all of that, right? And it is in Pisces, which is that dreamer, that sensual, that attached, that attached energy, that mystical energy, that sensitive energy. Now I guess I had to step into that attached energy, because this is also a time for us to really pay attention, especially to the way that these planets is aligned to our consumption and what we're indulging in, whether it's too much food, too much drink, too much weed, too much whatever, right? We got to really make sure that we're getting some balance within our lives with this particular energy, because you'll mess around and find yourself stuck in a dream world, messing around in this particular energy, huh? And then we got Uranus, of course, is in Taurus, right? And Taurus is all about our values, right? And it's also about beauty and our and comfort and kindness and protection. I'm sitting up here like, come on, Taurus energy, kick in for your sister. I love this Taurus energy because it's all about beauty and comfort. Like you in Taurus energy, when you taking care of yourself, when you taking a beautiful bubble bath, when you get up and you put your clothes together just so, yeah, you dealing with that Taurus energy. You're rearranging your furniture, you getting an interior decorator on, or however you doing it, whether it's you or you bringing somebody in, you get your Taurus energy on, right? And Uranus is in Taurus, and Taurus is about all of those things that we value, right? Like the shit we got, the shit that's important to us, what brings us comfort, our family, our connections, and all of that. And so Uranus, which is the planet of innovation, which is the planet of change and independence and liberation and rebellion, this is where that energy is planted at, right there in Taurus. So this is a time for us to really start making some adjustments in our household. We go see some families getting together, some families falling off the wayside, a lot of things is going on, a lot of relationships is ending, a lot of relationships beginning. So this is definitely a time, a lot of changes finna go down on that foundational front. So we'll see a lot of that going down too. Who am I forgetting? Oh yeah, that Pluto, it is in Capricorn, right? And so that Pluto energy is about transformation. And it right now is sitting in the energy of discipline, of hard work, of structure, of prudence, right? Of self-reliance. This transformational energy, because like I said, we ain't dealing with no more. I done really gave my energy to that politic and shit, right? In the beginning, that's enough of that. We know what's going down. We know it's a return for the United States of America. We know what's going down. We lighting our candles on Thursday for justice in this world, right? This Pluto is about transformation in the sign of Capricorn. Let's see what it do. Let's see what it do. So let's talk a little bit today about this theory that I have. I call it Luminary moon theory, right? And some of the signs and the symbols that I had with really connecting to this type of theory is that it hit me that the moon, of course, is a luminary, just like the sun is. And within our planets, we know that there's different types of energy, like we just talked about how Pluto is the energy of transformation. All of our individual planets have certain types of energies that we need to navigate. The moons for each of those planets, they give us an indication of that planet's energy and how to address it. I use numerology in considering how we go about navigating the particular energy of each of those particular planets. Now it's a deeper dive, because if you mess around with me, I'll have you sitting around spinning on all types of thoughts on how we can adjust to planetary energy in the moon, because that's just the type of shit that I'm thinking about, right? Whatever. But this right here, I've been playing with it a little bit. And so I've been really getting a lot out of it. Y'all watch out for this book I'm about to start putting down. And so I'm going to go through all of the planets and tell you a little bit about where the moon energy is at and how we can best navigate that energy and see how this resonates. Because I'm telling y'all something, this for me helped me out in a tremendous way in navigating that energy and what exactly needs to happen for me to tap in and get the best result when trying to overcome challenges when struggling in that particular energy. So we already know that the sun and the moons are luminaries. We leave them right there and we move to the planets. Now the planet Mercury, it has 0 luminaries, but that does not negate that it doesn't have any significance, because it being the number 0 and Mercury being the energy of communication, 0 is the card on the tarot system, is the Fool, which is all about unlimited possibilities, that fool's journey where they step ahead, casting the cares. And when you're dealing with that communication energy, the possibilities are unlimited. If you learn to master the art of communication, you can absolutely step into that full energy and completely change your life. And the same energy holds place for that whole energy within the planet of Venus, which is surrounding our love and relationships. 0 moons for Venus. Full energy right there. Unlimited possibilities, a new journey, changing the direction of your life. There's unlimited possibilities on how you can navigate that. And so when you're navigating communications and relationships, the wisdom in luminary moon theory teaches that there are unlimited possibilities with that. So as you deal with that in the highest vibration, know that the possibilities are limitless. With the Mars is that energy of activation, which is the number 2 for the moons as well. So Mars got 2 moons, 2 luminaries. So the energy that is illuminating is that receptive energy, that union energy, that balance energy, right? Because we know we need to have us some balance when we're dealing with a lot of physical energy, a lot of passion and all of that. And it's really in our best interest in navigating this type of energy where you're trying to make a move, to really be in balance and be receptive so that you don't start moving too fast and miss your blessing. The tarot card and the tarot system, I'm gonna tell you something, this tarot system, and I'm dealing just with the major arcana in these systems. Like I left all of those other ones out because it was the major arcana that really spoke to me in navigating this energy when I was just dealing with the numerology by itself. And then some say, hold up. There's another dimension to this. Once I started really getting involved with tarot, I'm telling you, this is some gangster shit. Number 2 in the major arcana is the high priestess energy. And so in dealing with this Mars energy, where you're talking about passion, physical energy, going for yours, activating shit, right? This is calling us to use wisdom, to use our intuitions, because our emotions can mislead us when we're operating in this passionate energy. I'm here to tell you, quit that. Then I'm gonna move on to Jupiter, because this is where your money's at. This is that luck, your growth, your expansion. Now, even though we talk about like this is where the fortune is, the growth, the expansion and all of that other stuff and your luck and all of that, if you don't grow mentally, if you don't step outside your comfort zone, you can't expand. And if you don't do that, you can connect to your fortune. Jupiter, believe it or not, has 79 moons. So y'all know I spun on that for a long time, if y'all know me. But the number with 7 and 9, right? When you add them up, it goes to the number 16. But when you add 1 and 6 together, it goes to the number 7 in numerology. And the number 7 in numerology is all about spirituality, all about consciousness, all about being trust and being open. It's like really encouraging us to have that trust. That's what the challenge is with the number 7, is to be like open to opportunities, to trust in the process, right? But then in the tarot system, because I'm going back to that 16 that I added together, there's a 16 in the tarot system in the major arcana, believe it or not. That one right there, it is the Tower. And this is all about, see, people a lot of times in looking at the Tower, they can interpret that as it being something negative. But the Tower usually happens not because, when we have Tower moments, we seen that shit coming, that train that hit us. And now we standing there like, damn, I can't believe that train hit me. And I saw it coming a mile away. It's about destruction of the old. Recognizing you need to get the hell up out of the way before the train hits you. It's about making those changes before the shit goes down. Changing up on that diet before your health fails. Making some decisions to really follow through before you miss your opportunity. Tower energy. But then, of course, you know me, because I spin, the card number 7 is the Chariot in the major arcana as well. And that deals with developing consciousness, life lessons, controlling oppositional forces. So these are all factors in navigating this energy that's connected to Jupiter, which is luck, growth, expansion, and fortune, right? We got to really begin to catch the lessons that we got going on in life. We got to control those oppositional forces and take authority over our shit. And then, of course, when we said 9, because Jupiter has 79 moons, I can't help myself. I had to see what number 9 was in the tarot system. Okay, because we know 9 in numerology is all about attainment and completion, right? But then also in the tarot system, it is the Hermit card, right? And this is a card that talks about how spending time alone and being productive with that alone time, right? Getting the hell from away from everybody so that you can really get yourself into a space where you're grounded and you can really tune in and tap in to your creativity, to that force within you that has you bringing up those ideas that's going to bring you success. It could also remind you about how having that sense of humor and interacting with folks and being social, it might be a good thing. It might be helpful to lift your spirits up and your vibration up. You ever spend too much time? Like, I've done this. Hold up. Let me tell you, spend so much time by myself that nobody getting in contact with me. Now I'm pissed at the world because I hid out from everybody and nobody saw about me. And so fuck everybody. You get goofy. You get weird when you don't have any connections with folks. I know I do. Y'all stop that shit. There's science in that. But that's what it is. Moving forward. Now let's talk about Saturn. This energy in Saturn. Saturn's that energy of materialization. We know that, all about that structure, all about being about the business of some stuff, right? Saturn got 82 moons. 8 plus 2 is 10. Oh, did we do it? No. I broke it all the way down to 1 because I need to do this. If I don't, y'all, if I don't break it all the way down, if I don't open the door, if I don't go through this rabbit hole, I just can't sleep. I just can't. So I looked at the number 1 when I broke it all the way down to its bare essence. And number 1 is the number of power and unity and individuality, right? And number 1, when it shows up, it's really encouraging you to step into some creativity and really get confident in order to materialize, in order to make these commitments. But check this. Then 10. Of course, is in the major arcana, so I couldn't leave that right. But I'm gonna back up and go back to one that's in that major arcana as well in the tarot system, which is the Magician, which is about your hidden power, your magical abilities, your mastering unseen forces, right? Your energy alignment, all that good shit. You need this in your life. The Magician. This is the energy that you connect to materialize. Now, number 10 in the tarot system is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about rebirths, new starts, making it happen. The Wheel of Fortune, right? Living the dream. Possibilities is going down, right? Then, of course, you know, I couldn't let it ride. I had to go back and see what the 8 and the 2 was in these 82 moons. So number 8 is the Strength card. And this is all about persistence and inner power and overcoming unseen obstacles and challenges, tapping into your strength is going to help you to materialize. Tapping into number 2 in the system and from the 82, the High Priestess energy, that wisdom and intuition, because you don't want your emotions misleading you when you on the move. When you trying to materialize some things, when you out here working hard, you on your grind, you making commitments, you getting things structured. This is what needs to happen. You need to step into your power, get creative, be confident, look for that rebirth, the new starts, step into that inner power, your wisdom and intuition. Recognize them hidden powers that's within you, that magical part that's within you. Start mastering them unseen forces. Get them spiritual supports to assist you. Get yourself in alignment so that you can master this Saturn energy. Uranus has 27 moons. 2 and 7 is 9, which is all about attainment, completion. You're really challenged in dealing with that is using some wisdom. You gotta have integrity with that too, for real. You know what? It is wisdom to have integrity, right? Uranus with 27 moons. So we know, you know, I can't let that ride. So number 9, of course, because we got the 2 plus 7 is 9. Number 9, we talked about it, the attainment, the completion energy, right? The Hermit in the major arcana. Being alone is productive. It's also good to have a good sense of humor, get you some interaction so you can get lifted up so that you don't get all weirded the hell out either. But spending time alone in a balanced sense, right? Because that hangman energy, if you ever looked at the card, you see it's kind of like hanging there, right? And then if you turn it upside down, it's like he got this sun over his head and he hit some enlightenment too. So that's just you know what I'm saying? That's a different take for me. Which shows that this and that are both true, right? So you need to spend some time alone and you need to get out there and interact and socialize as well. The Hermit energy. So then dealing with this 27 and just breaking it down into pieces. The number 2 is the High Priestess. Again, we know that's that wisdom and that intuition, right? We really got to get in tune with where our emotions are at. The Chariot, which is all about us taking authority. learning those lessons from the forces of nature, especially those things within ourselves, the spiritual versus the material, or the animalistic side versus the spiritual side, or however you want to look at it like that. And developing that consciousness, number 7, right? The key in navigating, oh, you hear that? Bling, bling. In navigating innovation, change, and evolution is integrity and wisdom we must use in order to achieve this. Intuition, wisdom. Again, this is a theme that's coming. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Making changes, right? If y'all ain't read that book, what is that? Jeremy Rifkin's Biotech Century. With all of the information, all of the knowledge that we have, do we really have the wisdom, the integrity? Are we spiritually ready for that in which we're trying to pursue? So in that energy of innovation, we must use wisdom. Spend some time alone. Get in some meditation so that we can sharpen our mind and our emotions, so that we out here navigating these streets in a balanced way instead of flying off the handle out here, joining the crowd, being like the rest of these cats out here. Stop it. Neptune has 14 moons. Neptune is the energy of inspiration, ideals, and mystical indications and dreams. 14 moons Neptune has. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is the number of change, travel, and action, right? So in this, it's all about like really recognizing all of the freedoms that you have, all of the options that's out here and available, and also being disciplined in how we operate and move, right? So of course, you know how I got to do it, where I broke it down. Let's start it off, set it off with 5, of course. The Hierophant. The Hierophant energy is all about us being able to appreciate a wide variety of experiences in life, right? So in order to get that inspiration, we got to step into that particular energy. But then we also know 14 in the tarot system is the Temperance card. And temperance is all about moderation, all about harmony, all about acceptance. Temperance, moving too fast before you need to go, just to be somebody that has completed the task. Adjusting that and getting that shit under control. Temperance. Feeling compelled to be under the influence on every occasion and everywhere you go. Getting that balance and that, getting a handle on that. Temperance. The 1 and the 4. The number 1 is the Magician. Creative thinking, will, initiative, right? We already know, stepping into that star player power. Hidden gifts, all that. For the Emperor energy, yeah, wisdom through experience. Inspirations. Inspiration. You gotta have lived life. And then the planet of Pluto. Pluto has 5 moons. Again, we dealing with that action, movement, travel, energy, in transformation and navigating that transformation energy with Pluto. We got to really get disciplined, not just by saying, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but really being aware of like all of the options that's out there and developing some type of strategy in navigating that transformation. Oh, we got plenty of options out there. But what that look like? See, when we step into that Hierophant energy, which is number 5 in the tarot system, we are able to appreciate the wide variety of experience in life. It's about that change. But you're being called to be disciplined in that process. This is my luminary moon theory, and I'm sticking to it. Let's see what Spirit has to say with us navigating this moon energy. I'm dealing with the Light Seers Tarot deck because we go keep it illuminated. We go keep it illuminated. We go keep it cracking. The Light Seers Tarot deck is what I deals with. And I'm still working and studying this tarot system. I've gotten so much out of it. I really encourage, I've been taught that tarot was wicked and I was going to go to hell for dealing with tarot. Can you believe that shit? Who would do such a cruel thing like that to somebody's mind? Had me all scared thinking that God ain't going to appreciate me for learning about how to navigate life. Lord help me. Anyway, let's set this off. We're going to start off. So Spirit wants us to look at, I got the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands energy is all about us sticking to our guns, fighting for what we believe in, and facing challenges. And this card, it came up in reverse. I deals with reverse. A lot of cats don't, and I can get that because, that's what it is. But how I see it is that this is only energy. This is where it's leaning towards at this particular point. If you know where it's leaning towards for this particular point, you can get in there and make the adjustments and move it in the direction that you need it to move. It is important to know where you stand, where your location is. And at this particular point, the 7 Wands, the location is reversed. This is about it being a time of confusion and a lack of clarity and you feeling like giving up. When you're in a space, right? We get challenged by, I got card number 6, the Lovers. But the Lovers card is in reverse as well. So the Lovers energy is all about partnerships, unions, harmony, but we get challenged by conflict, reverse. That's where the challenge is. We get into this space where we feel that we're not going to be accepted. We're going to be rejected for those things that we believe in, for those things that's important to us. So Spirit recommends the star. And the star is about happiness, hope. Of course, spirit go recommend you stay in a high vibration, right? That light at the end of the tunnel vibration and everything. But this recommendation of the star energy was in reverse, right? So spirit is really having us get into that place where we start trusting life, trusting divine order, trusting the process, right? Because we start thinking that what we got ain't enough, or we ain't getting to where we supposed to. But sometimes your blessing is supposed to look different. Like everybody ain't gonna be the Michael Jordan of basketball. You might be the dude on the block that's doing it, and everybody respect you for who you are down there. Or you might be the guy that's out here coaching these folks out here in the street that's gonna really make it big and do the damn thing. When the star is reversed, this is all about you getting attuned and making sure that your soul is in harmony with your authenticity, your true self. So when the star shows up in reverse, spirit is encouraging you to live your truth. Because at the end of the day, when you don't, I got the Five of Pentacles, which is all about poverty, lack, and disappointment. It was not reversed. It was not reversed. That is a possibility when you don't live your truth. This is a card about worry and restriction, and it's also an energy. I need some help. I keep hearing, I'm in trouble. I need bail money. Where the fuck is my voice? Sorry. This weird DJ in my head. You need help? Don't be too prideful to ask somebody to help you out in these streets. Because spirit wants you to know that sometimes you ain't using the resources that's around you wisely. You got folks that's there on deck ready to help you. You got the tools to win. And you choosing to not do that shit because you're afraid what it might look like. Or just plain and simple, not stepping into your power or unaware of your potential. But spirit wants you to know that you got everything you need to win this game in life. You got to face these challenges. You got to overcome your fear of rejection and be in tune with your true and authentic self. And step into the awareness of the sovereignty of you, my love. So I'm gonna end it out on that particular note. I hope y'all mess with this luminary moon theory. I'm putting this book out and y'all gonna be able to navigate that whole situation successfully. Peace and light. Peace and love. Let me make sure I cut this off on YouTube because these is some haters.